Hello. Just giving an update on the uh, Thinsulate progress. Um, I haven't really given a tutorial because it's pretty straightforward. Measure out the holes, put Thinsulate squares, and then you put a second one on top of that, which is going to be a different measurement because the ceiling comes down a little bit and it comes in and out in different places, so you have to measure the first piece, put the first piece in, then put the second piece. You do not need to use any adhesive for these the cubby holes. You only need to use them for the sides and on the roof. Well, so far we're almost there. We've done the whole bottom there, the top, almost the bottom on the other side, and the top we haven't started yet. We're going to be putting Thinsulate in the ribs in the ceiling, and I just wanted to stop to tell you the best way to do that. Take a tape measure, which they have a hole at the end of them. Take some twine and just fish the tape through all the way over, bringing the line through, and then cut the line off. I have not cut the strips for it yet, but as you can imagine, we're going to cut the strips the right size. We're going to tie it, and we're going to pull it through slowly because Thinsulate does like to tear and rip. So that's it so far. In the smaller pockets here, these are actually hollow. Pretty big space, so we're going to be tearing up Thinsulate pieces and filling all of the holes up, or the gaps on both sides and wherever we need to, like in those ribs right there. It's inaccessible except for here, so we're going to have to just use like a little, I don't know, a stick or a pole or something, and just stuff Thinsulate pieces down until it fills all the way up. I'll let you know how that goes when we get to that portion, but pretty straightforward. The glue works really well. It says on the bottle of the glue that you should use 3 separate layers of the adhesive, but one layer does just fine. I do one coat first, or one coat evenly, and then I spray the edges all the way around, and then kind of do a zigzag pattern across the middle of it. But it holds very well, and then this is just temporary, obviously, because the ceiling's going to really hold it up. So this is just to hold it up in the interim. I'll make another video shortly to let you know progress. Okay, I just want to give an update for the ribs. Use twine and use 2 separate pieces. Just like I said before, using the tape measure going through, but you want to do 2 entries. Take a strip of Thinsulate, 60 inches, which is the entire length of Thinsulate if you order this particular kind. It's a 3-inch strip, so cut a 3-inch strip, the full length of 60 inches, cut it in half. You're going to tie one end to the end of it, and then you're going to pull it through very slowly. And as you're pulling with your left hand, you have to stuff it up in there with your right hand, and it's going to get stuck in a couple spots right here because there's something sticking up here. And then up here is where your bolts are for your roof rack, solar panels or whatever, but there's a bolt up in there, so the dimensions of this area are very small, so it wants to get stuck right at that position. Sometimes you can get the full piece, and then other times you can't. It gets stuck, and then you'll have to stuff a little bit of Thinsulate up in this way to compensate. So just to show you, so here's one where I couldn't get the full length, but on this side we were able to get the whole strip it looks kind of funny because it was tied up, but the whole strip came that way. You don't want it to be jumbled up so it can fall down. You don't want it to be all scrunched up, so it needs to be the proper length. And if it's too long, just pull some out and then pull it down and cut it. Okay, so tie it close to the end as possible without getting, well, too close, because you want it to be able to pull. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Or pull with my left hand while stuffing it up with my right hand. And it's going to go really easy up until this point right here. Oh, and there's an example of it coming all the way through. So it's a perfect run. I hope that was helpful.